What's going on, guys? It's Mark from MT Finish Mobile Detailing, and we're back in another video. And today, if you guys are looking for some quick protection and high gloss, we're gonna be checking right here, Koch Chemie's wet wax right here, see if it's worth it, how it performs in the sunlight. Let's get to the video. All right, guys, so before we get to showing you guys on how that product works, we're gonna have to wash down this vehicle. This car is pretty clean, but we're gonna clean it again to show you guys. I'm excited to try this product out. So we're gonna be doing the foam rinse method. Now let's get to it. So we just finished foaming down the vehicle. We used 2 ounces in our foam cannon and 1,000 milliliters of water in our Rain Kobo foam cannon. We're gonna let it sit for 20 seconds to 30 seconds just because it's hot outside. We're gonna let it dwell, bring all that dirt and debris, and then we're gonna come through and rinse it down. All right, so it's been around 30 seconds. Now it's time to rinse it off. All right, so after I'm done doing a quick rinse, washing down all the pre-wash, I want to show you guys something, how to clean the wheels. The whole wheels are pretty much fairly clean, but I just want to show you guys the process and how I do it. Right now I got ADS clean. So right now I'm going to be just spraying my tire down. It's not even dirty at all as much as you think it is. This car, like I said, is well maintained. So I'm going to be spraying that tire to get it all dialed in. Get my brush right here. Agitate my tire. After I'm done agitating my tire, I'm gonna get my wheel face brush right here. And we're just gonna come through and agitate all of the hood cap. I love doing cars that have hood caps because I feel like it's a, what is it called? Like, I don't know, it's just like a little cheat code. You don't have to waste a lot of time. Shout out to a lot of people recommending this product called the Viking brush. This product alone is a banger. I give this a 10 out of 10, a little bit heavier than the Easy brush. I would highly recommend it. Shout out to Viking. Hopefully they reach out, but dang, actually this is my favorite brush. I would highly recommend it. And I can't use it in here because, like I said, it's a hood cap. I just want to show you guys that brush is worth it to get. So I'm gonna come through and rinse it down. All right, sorry about that. The max flow, the flow wasn't flowing. Now let's get to rinsing it down the vehicle. All right, so we just finished hitting the wheels. Now it's time to hit the paint. All right, so now we just finished washing the pre-wash off. Now it's time to foam it down. Let's get to it. All right, guys, so we just finished foaming the vehicle. Now it's time for our contact wash. I got 2 ounces of Shampoo Plus inside of my bucket right here and 2 ounces of the decon soap to strip off anything, any protection on the vehicle. So we're gonna come through and agitate the surface. So we're gonna start from top to bottom. What I like to do is hit my top area first, and you just work in that product. The cool thing about using a pH neutral soap, it's not to leave any staining. I do not want to use decon soap on a foam cannon because I don't want to cause any staining. So I'm going to just be using it in my bucket mixed with ADS Shampoo Plus just to play it safe. I don't want to have to deal with any headaches or anything like that. But drop it down in the comments below. What is your favorite decon soap? So far, I feel like the best one that I've tried is Built Hamburg Touchless. But if you guys have any recommendations, I would love to hear it in the comments down below. And like I said, these two mixed together, super slick. I'm gonna just be working a little faster than usual. We got DI water to make sure to protect us. Let me get my mitt on the stick to get the top area. All right, so I got the mitt on the stick right here, just to cut down time. I like to dip it in there right in the bucket. This is to be a little bit more efficient. Instead of just grabbing a ladder, I just got that mitt on the stick to just speed up the process. I only hit the top areas. I don't like to hit the whole vehicle. I just want to make sure I hit all the hard places to reach. And if you do have shorter reach, you can just hit that top area right here. And I'll just come through and then put it on the rack after. So after done hitting the rack, I hit majority of the vehicle pretty fast. Got to hit this quarter panel right here. And yeah, man, let me know in the comments down below, what soaps would you recommend? And what is your favorite product from Koch Chemie? Right now, I rock with Green Star, Polestar. Those are my 2 favorite products. I highly would recommend those products for interior cleaning. You know what's also a sleeper is Motorplast. A lot of people don't talk about that product. And what's a cool thing about that product, you can use it on the wheels. So if you guys have like matte black wheels, that's what I like to use it on to give it more of a pop. It's kind of like Clutch from Shine Supply. It looks really good when you kind of have that wheel all dialed in. But let me know in the comments down below if you guys ever use it that way. Yeah, so now we're on the other side of the vehicle. We're just moving and grooving. But yeah, so let me know in the comments down below what other products to recommend. I'm super excited to tell you guys I'm gonna be going to Japan to go check out some detailing products, check out some shops out there. So let me know in the comments down below what other areas I should check out in Japan. And if there's any detailers that's watching this from Japan, let me know. I wanna stop by the shop, check it out, shoot some content. This is a little off topic, but I do see a lot of people there, especially in Japan, that dress like cholos. And I kind of want to be in there, man, and see how they act and stuff like that. Their culture is really cool. And this is the reason why I want to go to Japan. They're really respectful people. And to top it off, they have the car culture is nuts, a lot of JDM. My favorite car right now has ever been is a Toyota Supra and a GTR. But let me know in the comments down below, what is your guys' favorite car? All right, so now we just finished our contact. Now it's time to rinse it off. All right, so we just finished rinsing down the car. We stripped down the protection on the vehicle. It has a flat surface. This is a perfect way to show you guys what the product's gonna be looking like. So we got the wet gloss right here. I'm gonna smell it. It smells really good. It's hard to tell what it smells like. It smells like a gummy bear pineapple, but like a light scent to it. It's really good smelling. One of the best ones smelling yet so far. I asked someone, they said it smelled like baby powder. Another person said it smelled like grandma. So I'm not too sure on the smell, but it smells great. I know a lot of people out there, like for one, like Nick from Yum Car Care says his rinse and wash smells like pear drops. To me, it smells like bubblegum, but to another person, it smells like fruit. So it's kind of hard to say what it smells like. So this bottle right here, it's about $20 for 500 milliliters. That's one, like, I think it's like a 16-ounce bottle. Other than that, this is, I guess they would recommend 250 mils per vehicle. So it's a little bit more on the pricier side. So that's half of the bottle on for one vehicle. Keep in mind, like a larger vehicle would be per se. So if you're going to do this as a mobile detailing business, you have to charge accordingly because you can run this pretty fast compared to other products as well. So we're going to be doing a test panel and show you guys how it performs. Now let's get to it. All right, I just want to show you guys the hydrophobic properties on this vehicle right here. So you got no protection on the vehicle. Now I'm gonna come through and mist my product. Now I'm gonna come through and rinse it off. What I could tell you, this is actually what it's looking like, a best performing tight beads. I really like the beads and how it looks. And the cool thing about this product that I haven't seen yet is the staining. ADS beads, I had a little staining issue using that product. We're gonna come through and hit the rest of the panel. So we see this area. Now we're gonna do 2 mists, 1, 2. Now we're gonna rinse it down. Looking pretty good, pretty good. Now I'm gonna come through and do it again because I didn't hit this side properly. And honestly, this is beating really, really good. I'm actually surprised. One thing I wanna do is test the window, see if there's any staining. So one thing about these products, I don't like it because it has staining. A lot of details out there know what I'm talking about, especially mobile. If you're gonna spray the whole vehicle, you can have some like high spots. It's a pain in the butt to try to take off. So I'm gonna leave it there. I missed it. Now let's rinse it off. It has a little bit light staining on the windows. Nothing I can see crazy. We're gonna hit the hood. All right, so we just finished hitting the whole vehicle. Now it's time to dry it off. Guys, so we just finished washing the vehicle. I want to show you guys a little close-up on Koch Chemie's wet gloss and a little bit of cautions on how to use the product. Let me get you guys a close-up. All right, guys, so I'm gonna give you guys a close-up on these kind of products. So as you see, it left a lot of high spots in the area, a lot of staining. It said it was safe for glass and safe in the heat. I'm not too sure about the heat. Let me rephrase that. Safe for outside use. But yeah, it left a little bit of staining on the vehicle, especially on the windows. So you can check it out right here on the pillars. These pillars are pretty sun-baked. But other than that, I just want to show you guys a little close-up about these products. Let me know in the comments down below, have you guys ever came across a situation like this? But other than that, as far as hydrophobic properties on point and gloss on point, I'll give that to them. But I wanted to show you guys a little close-up, and let me give you guys my final thoughts. Let's finish this vehicle. All right, so the next thing I like to do after washing the vehicles is hit the tires, just in case my client has to leave right away. They don't get any sling on the surface of the vehicle. We got Car Pearl 4-to-1. Spray a little bit on my applicator. And that's how you got clean, glossy tires. This is my favorite tire shine. Drop in the comments down below, what is your favorite tire shine? Now I'm gonna show you guys how to resolve that issue on the glass. Let's get to it. All right, so how we're gonna resolve this issue on the high spots on the vehicle. What I got right now is 4-to-1. I put 4-to-1 rubbing alcohol, 91%, and the rest water. So I like to just mist my window down and then come through and massage it in there. And this is the thing that that's why I don't like some of these products, because stuff like this is gonna make my job a little bit harder. Spray rinses are they're cool, but for me, this is why I don't like them as much and I don't use them in the business, just because of this issue on the glass. And as you see, it's coming off lightly, and you just gotta repeat the process. And it says it was safe on the glass, on the wheels, on the tires, and we did it on the glass. It's a little bit hot outside, but I didn't let it sit too long. But let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys think? And just like that, we got rid of all the high spots using that kind of method. You just gotta massage it in the glass, work it in there, and then after, just keep repeating the process and you got streak-free glass. All right, guys, so we just finished hitting the vehicle, getting it all dialed in, hit the tires, the wheels, the windows, everything. The next thing to do is hit it with some detail spray. We're gonna be using Amplifier from Armor Detail Supply. We're gonna come through, do a couple sprays per panel, just massage it into the paint, just to make sure if there's any high spots to level them out if needed to be. One thing that's a bummer, this is why I'm not a big fan of the spray and rinse off sealants. Even if we're mobile, maybe if we're inside the shop, it'll probably be a little bit better. But I said it was more user friendly in the outside. Other than that though, the paint doesn't look too crazy. There's no high spots on the surface that I see. And it's a little harder to see because it's gonna be a gray vehicle. But other than that, I don't see anything too crazy. It is a little hotter outside. Gotta make sure you hit the top. And this is the only reason why I'm not a big fan of spray and rinse sealants, because we're still gonna come through and hit it with detail spray if there's any drip marks. So let me know in the comments down below, what are you a fan of? Do you like spray and rinses, or do you like just a regular detail SiO2 spray or ceramic spray? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm a big fan of just ceramic sprays or SiO2 sprays. I like to do double the work, make it a little bit more harder than me when I'm detailing, but drop it down in the comments below if I'm doing something wrong. Let me know in the comments down below. Other than that, we're gonna be finishing up this car. It's looking, other than that, it looks really good. The hydrophobic properties on this car is nuts. I'm probably gonna shine the trim because it looks pretty dry. So I'm gonna shine it for them and get that dialed in. So let's finish up the vehicle. So something like this, I had an issue back then when I was younger and I used the spray-on sealants, and I had the same issue where I got a little bit on the glass and I didn't really know how to take it off. So I was freaking out. My client wasn't too worried about it, but I just thought outside the box, what can I do to take off any of the stains? And I just use straight rubbing alcohol, and it cuts it down a lot. If you come to an issue like that, straight rubbing alcohol at 91%, you'll knock off mostly all the high spots. And if you come across a pinch like that, if not, you can just use 4-to-1 and massage it in the glass, and you should be fine. So the first thing I like to do is grab Pearl from Car Pro, spray a little bit on my towel, and we're just gonna be massaging it into the trim piece. Try not to get any on the paint. And that's pretty much it for a shining trim. It's a great way to shine it and hydrate it. Hydrate the trim, just like that we shined majority of the trim. For the instant shine, I like to use it for the grill and bumpers, somewhere that it's going to be a little bit harder to reach. Sometimes in intricate areas, I spray instant shine. But yeah, so like I said, we're just gonna spray some on the towel. You could bulk up and hit majority of the surface. And after, I like to use the corner of my towel to get all the nooks and crannies. And I just like to shine the trim because it looks better compared to just sanding it dry, and it just looks a little bit more on the tackier side. So we're just making sure it looks clean, shiny, and good. But keep in mind, you want to charge them quarterly if you're going to do it for detailing. But if it's just your normal car, I would highly recommend it. But this takes time to shine up the trim, and time is money. And don't forget to hit the edges right here. Make sure you get that. And see, just like that, we're just moving slow but also effective. One car I don't like to shine would be like a Jeep or something like that. It has a lot of trim. All right, so this is the part I'm talking about using the instant shine. What I like to do is just spray it on the grill. Just get like a fine mist. We're just gonna be hitting the grill, and I'll hit this area too. And then for the rest of the bumper, so I don't want to waste a lot of product, I'll still come through and repeat the process with my Pearl. And then right now, it took me what, like 3 minutes to hit all the trim pieces. By the time I'm done, it'll probably be like 4 minutes, some change, so we'll round up to 5 minutes. And then once you have like a process down, it'll be faster. But yeah, other than that, like straightforward on how to do the trim. And I'm not here to cookie cut anything. Just showing you guys how to do it the right way. It might be a little longer, but that's how I get it done. This is how I do it. I know a lot of people have other ways onto detailing. All right guys, so we just finished wrapping the video. Let me know in the comments down below, what would you recommend as a spray and rinse, and what did I do wrong, if I'm doing anything wrong, or would you just stick to traditional spray sealants? I'd love to hear in the comments down below. And other than that guys, going to be wrapping this video, and make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.